Hi, today we're going to be going over the Search for Policies function in Navigator. The policy search will be the first button listed once you've signed into imtapps.com. When you click on Policy Search, you can search by a variety of primary options: last business name, first name, policy number, claim number, or effective date range. You can also choose whether you want claims to display on your search or not. By clicking on More Search Options, you can search by city, state and zip, agency, and various other date ranges. Please note, as a mutual employee, you will be able to search your mutual's entire book of business or filter by a specific agency. Agency-level users will only see their agency's book of business with your mutual. Therefore, they are unable to see this agency search option. We have embedded help text in the system. Anytime you scroll over blue text and there's a question mark next to your cursor, it indicates that there's help text available for that field. By clicking on the blue text, it will display the help text information. As a mutual employee, you can change this by clicking the Edit button in the lower left-hand corner. After I have changed the text, if I push Submit, it is saved. You can also get additional edit options by clicking on the arrow button in the upper right-hand corner. Some search fields are partial match fields, while others are exact match fields. For example, the last business name field is a partial match field. If you type in Bailey in the last business name, it's going to populate any last or business name that starts with B-A-I-L-E-Y. When I type in Bailey and push search, you can see that I have 14 possible matches that include Bailey as the last or business name field. I can alphabetically or numerically sort these by clicking on the respective headers. In the results, the blue text indicates that it is being linked to another area of the system. If I were to click on Bailey Farms, it will then take me to the All Info tab for the customer. If I click on the actual policy number, it will take me to the Policy tab for that specific policy. No matter which link I select from this screen, I'm only a click away from viewing the other option. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and click on Bailey Farms, and this will take me to the All Info tab for that customer. While in the system, anytime you click on one of the following items, it will take you into another tab. Clicking on a blue policy number will bring you to the Policy tab for that policy. Clicking on any amount shown in blue will take you to the Premium tab for that policy. Clicking on any claim number shown in blue will take you to the Claims tab. And by clicking on the insured's name anywhere, it will bring you back to this All Information tab. This All Info tab is a summary of the insured's active policies and any claims. At the top of the page, you're going to see all the policies that Bailey Farms has with your mutual. At the bottom of the page, you'll see all of the claims associated with Bailey's Farms. You can see the status, loss date, adjuster associated with it, and any amount that might have been paid. Finally, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a gray box. This box should appear on each screen you're on. Information displayed will be the named insured, phone numbers, any email addresses, the amount due, and the amount unpaid. The phone numbers and email addresses will only display if they have been entered into the name address screen in apps. While you're on the All Information screen, the amount due is any amount that's been billed but hasn't been paid for all policies with this customer. The amount unpaid is any amount currently due plus future installments for the whole customer. Until you have selected a specific policy, the amount due and amount unpaid will always group all policies together. The Policy tab will provide detailed information about a policy and its coverage. If Bailey Farms has more than one policy with my mutual, I can select a specific policy from the drop-down box at the top of the screen. or click on the blue policy number to change my view from the customer level to a specific policy. The line that is highlighted under the Policy tab indicates the policy and transactional detail displayed. The light gray box in the middle of the screen will provide the core policy information for this transaction. As stated before, the blue links will lead you to either help text or another tab in the system. Below the policy information box, you will be able to view the policy detail. The categories that show under the policy detail will depend on the policy you are viewing. For example, if the policy has a mortgagee in apps, you will see this additional interest header. If they do not, this header will not display. For each category, you can choose to expand it or collapse it. Otherwise, by clicking on Expand All, you will be able to view all of the policy detail. In the Property Coverage section, you may have the option to click on a coverage item that is listed in blue text. This will link you into additional detail about that coverage item. The detail listed here will only show up if it has been entered into the apps program. Under the Forms section, there will be a column labeled PDF. Your mutual has the ability to include PDF copies of your forms in the system. This will give your agent the ability to print an entire policy from the screen, including the policy's deck page, any schedules, and the forms associated with the policy. On the right-hand side, you can see that our gray box now contains additional options. New options include Pay Amount Due, the Policy Print section, Copy to Quote, and the Change Request. Pay Amount Due and Copy to Quote are optional features that can be added on for an additional charge. The Pay Amount Due button connects you to a section where an insured or agent can make an electronic payment through the web page. The Policy Print section will provide options to print documents associated with the policy or transaction you are viewing. Options that could show in this are deck page, schedules, and any forms that might be associated. For mutuals that are using both Navigator and Vector, the Copy to Quote button will allow a user to copy an existing policy into a new quote. The Change Request button allows your agents to electronically submit a change request on a policy to your mutual. When you click on this, you'll be directed to a form where your agent can type in their request. They can download a copy of this request to a PDF, upload a signature if that is required, or upload any other attachments your mutual may need. You may have noticed that my Amount Due and Amount Unpaid box now only show the amounts for one particular policy. When we were on the All Info tab, you see all the policies grouped together. But once you have selected a specific policy, this section will change to show only the amounts due and unpaid for that policy. Next, I'm going to go ahead and click on the Claims tab. Since we're now looking at a specific policy, you will only see the claims associated with that policy number. To see all claims for this customer, you can change the filter at the top to show all policies. By clicking on a specific claim number, it will give you more information about that claim. In the Claim Details section, there are a couple of differences in the information that will appear to you and your staff versus what will show to agents. The mutual will see the reserve amounts and the total loss paid. The agents don't see these same numbers. Instead, they will only see a total amount paid for the claim that includes the loss payments and supplemental payments. Below the claim detail, you can also see any comments that are associated with that claim. If we go over to the Premium tab, initially it will show the most recent 10 transactions for the policy or customer, depending on what level we're viewing it at. These 10 transactions may be past payments or future installments. For past payments, you can see it brings in the check number and the source if that information has been inputted into apps. Also, I can click on the Show All Premium History, and it will show all history associated with the policy number or customer. At the bottom of the page, you will have quick access to any premium notices that have been generated for any policies listed. To view or print the premium notice, you can click on the PDF icon next to the transaction you would like to use. Finally, the Attachments tab allows agents or the mutual to attach any type of file to a specific policy. Thank you for watching this video on the Search for Policies function in Navigator. If you have any questions at all, please contact your app's support representative.